Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/PettyRevenge. In today's episode, I put a fake note on a Corvette's windshield that read, "Sorry I hit your car, you probably won't even notice the damage because it was taking up 4 spots." Angry lady yelled at a special needs person at the gym, so we did a bit of trawlin'. Got revenge on my ex who made my life hell. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. I put a fake note on a Corvette's windshield that read, "Sorry I hit your car, you probably won't even notice the damage because it was taking up 4 spots." So title is fairly self-explanatory, but I'll elaborate. I was trying to find a parking spot at my university. The lot was notoriously crowded, but my campus didn't have a lot of options. While searching, I saw a Corvette taking up 4 prime spots near the front of the lot. After about 10 minutes of waiting/looking for a spot, one opened up towards the back of the lot. Furious at the nerve of the driver being so inconsiderate, I wrote a note saying, "Sorry I hit your car, you probably won't even notice the damage," and left it on their windshield. When I got out of class and was headed back to my car, I saw a very stereotypical college-aged Corvette owner frantically searching their vehicle while yelling into their phone. I don't know who they were talking to, but I feel bad for them having to deal with this person. Psychological warfare. Nice. I wonder if he is still searching. The greatest snowball isn't a snowball at all, it's fear. Merry Christmas. I'm going to recreate this in the wild. My aunt is kind of a ditz and sometimes takes up 2 parking spots because she doesn't pay close attention to the lines. A while ago, she was really confused by a note someone left on her car. It said, "This is not a Ferrari." It was pretty hard for me to choke back a laugh when she told me about it. OMG. That's a hard diss. Oh my. The gift that keeps on giving. No sleep was had that night. I have every intention of doing this now. But now he's gonna take up 6 spaces since 4 wasn't enough to avoid damage. If cars in front and behind him normally parked in the spots, it would be very easy to close him in by parking cars left and right of him. Would be nice to see that. Angry lady yelled at a special needs person at the gym, so we did a bit of trawlin'. This guy named Michael has Down syndrome and he is at the gym with his father 4 days a week around the same time. He is very nice and positive. He yells encouragement and compliments to people working out. When he arrives at the gym and if he sees me, he yells very loudly, something like, "Hey, how are you? Glad I can see you." And if he likes my shirt, he tells me he likes it and the things he likes about it. Michael is a genuinely good person and I love seeing him when I work out. When he's working out, he makes loud O sounds that sound like a cow going moo but without the M part. It is very loud, especially when he is getting in the zone in his workout. If you've never seen him, you'll look up, see him lifting like a beast, and being the mature adult you are, can tell he has Down syndrome. Mind your own business, and go back to your workout. Apparently, that was too hard for someone this evening. A lady with her training group, about 5 people total, were working out next to Michael. How the gym is laid out, the aerobics/stretching area is next to the dumbbells. Still plenty of room for everyone. Michael is doing his thing, having a great workout, but is getting very loud. His father is nearby working out on the machines near the dumbbell area. One of the ladies gets annoyed and walks up to him and yells at him to keep it down. 1. I know the father, we have similar jobs and talk sometimes about work. We both made eye contact and our eyes widen. We are both thinking, WTF is wrong with her? Michael is not hurting anyone. Almost everyone has on headphones, anyway. Michael said, "Okay," very loudly. That's just him, but it felt like a hilariously smart-ass response. Ha ha. Everyone gets back to their workouts. Michael obviously is just as loud as ever making those noises. Lady gets pissed, walks up to him, and literally yells at him to keep it down. Father is understandably angry, walks up to her, tries to explain to her that he's special needs and doesn't mean to be loud. They argue for a bit. I couldn't hear everything they said, but the conversation ended when the father yelled extremely loudly, "What do you want from us?" Everyone stops working out and looks at her. Her face turns bright red and she sulked away. Everyone goes back to their workouts. The petty revenge part. My workout buddy and I decided that we really needed to work out our abs, so we did some sit-ups in the stretching area next to their group, and grunted loudly when we got to the last few reps. They said nothing to us, though, but we still had fun. While I was writing this, my workout buddy said he thinks she was angry because they were trying to record a video and his noises were ruining the recordings. Didn't think of that. Now it makes sense why she was getting so angry. Michael probably kept ruining her takes. He. Sounds like that day, the dumbbells were in the aerobics/stretching area rather than beside it. Are you in Georgia? We have the exact same person, also works out with his father and also named Michael at my gym and ISTG if someone yelled at him. This is such a wholesome thread. Thank you to all the Michaels for brightening people's days. Maybe Michael was actually making cow noises at her. Responding more to your edit about her possibly recording, screw that. If she is, she should have scheduled better with the gym manager. Source: SO managed a gym for 16 years. I love people with DS. This sounds like the perfect revenge to that Karen. How about we just ban video recording at gyms period? Not to sound like a grandpa, but I remember when people went to gyms to work out, get their hour or two in and go home, not all this setup to record, then get mad if someone is loud or if they walk in front of their camera. This is why I bought some weights and just work out at home now. Too many dramatic people. Videoing oneself purely to pose seems odd, but I see nothing wrong with people recording themselves to show gradual improvements in their lifting techniques over time, or to ask friends later how to improve it. I work in an industry adjacent to disability support organizations, having to do with using technology to promote independence. It has been quite an education for me. Perhaps the more I/DD and TBI and people with similar conditions are integrated into our communities, the more comfortable everyone will be with it. #Gomical. Got revenge on my ex who made my life hell. Throwaway account so she hopefully can't retaliate. Okay, this is something super small, but isn't that kind of the point of this subreddit? Some background: I'm not gonna get into the finer details of these things, but among the list of ways my ex made my life hell, she filed a fraudulent charge that led to me spending a couple of nights in jail. She filed a false restraining order, making up a bunch of lies that made me look like some monster of an abuser, and she falsely filed a violation of that restraining order, which landed me in the probation I now have for 17 more months. I've already been at it for a month. The last bit of background you need to know is that while we were still together, she let me use her library card for Libby, and apparently doesn't know how to log off all devices and or doesn't want to go through the trouble of logging herself back in, so I still have access to her Libby. Okay, so she has a book she currently borrowed, one that she had on hold that just came up, and she had 3 or 4 others on hold. All these books took forever to come up to her turn in the first place, to the point that 2 of the books on hold said the estimated wait time at the front of the line to get it next was 2 weeks. So what did I do? I went and canceled all her holds and returned the one book she was borrowing. So now, she has to remember what all those books were, redo the hold, and wait for months before she has another chance at them. Aita? Yes. But that's not what this sub is for. Hopefully this was petty enough. Edit for clarification: she does not currently have the restraining order against me. It was dropped. Also, it was a domestic violence protective order, but people automatically know what you mean if you say restraining order. It's not far off, but is technically different. Edit 2, for clarification, the arrest was for something different, not the violation of the DDPO. Also, I took a deal, so I guess I can't appeal? I am wondering, do you have a smartphone, and do you always carry it with you? If you do, the GPS built into it might be able to get you out of the restraining order charge. Google sends me a notice every month of where I went. I have an Android. If you have an iPhone, I would bet they have something similar. Fight the charge with the info stored in your phone. I would think someone in justice would have the capability to pull the info. Just a thought. Cell phones can always be left at home, etc. Look into judiciary misconduct too. A judge cannot overlook nor ignore legal facts. He could be removed from the bench if found in violation of legal proceedings. A pro bono attorney can help you with that. They can also help you file a lawsuit against the courts for malicious prosecution. That's actually a good idea. Thanks for the suggestion. You put far too much faith in the system. The system protects itself. Hey, reading is fundamental, but she sounds mental enough already. Good luck. Thanks. Yeah, but honestly, for everything else I could say about her, she's smart enough as is. Just did a stupid thing making my life hell. She'll be fine. Besides, they were audiobooks, so, loophole? I would be very careful doing this since she has a restraining order against you and is willing to lie to make your life hell. If it's found out that you're interfering with her life, it could violate the order, and you might find yourself in more trouble than it's worth. That's just my 2 cents, and I annul. She does not currently have a restraining order against me. Thanks for the concern though. I do appreciate it. Smiley face. Mess with her library books? That is genius. And in my house, a major crime. Well done. Opie, you might want to look into legal action to be taken against your ex for defamation of character, slander, and mental/emotional distress. If she really is lying about everything, you should be able to prove her lies with actual legal standing. This is the most responsible petty revenge I have yet to read about. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.